Hello everyone, ivanleong right here, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you on how to transform yourself during this quarantine lockdown period where gyms are all closed and you don't have an access to the gym, and this is why I'm putting out this video out there, providing some tips in order to help all of you to actually transform yourself, because it is actually possible to do it as long as you follow some of these tips that I give. So let's get right into the video, because the main reason when it comes to achieving aesthetics, it is actually to improve the diet and the cardio portion of your fitness regime or your fitness routine actually. So a lot of people do actually neglect this portion, and so this is why it is actually very hard for people to lower down body fat. And because somehow if you eat healthy and you don't make an effort to make your food taste good, your food usually would just, especially healthy food, if it doesn't taste good, you wouldn't want to eat it. And a lot of people, they would think that if I do cardio, especially HIIT cardio, it's actually going to help me to burn fat. But at the end of the day, HIIT cardio doesn't really help you to burn fat. Matter of fact is that you need to do moderate intensity steady state cardio. So I'll get more into it later in the video. So you guys need to get your pen and paper down and to actually jot down on whatever that I'm actually trying to say and give. So basically, the less body fat you have, the more aesthetic you will be, no matter how big or sculpted your muscles are. If there's actually a layer of fat covering your body, then it is actually very hard for you to actually look good. But the thing is, I believe that most of you who are watching this are not really competitive bodybuilder like me, or maybe like someone else that you see in the fitness scene. Most of you who are watching my channel, I would say that you guys are just trying to learn something about weight loss and maybe build a bit of muscle, just to build a bit of muscle and lose a bit of fat in order for you to look better. So this is why the mic. So basically, if you do want to look better, you do obviously need to lose some body fat. But if you are too skinny, you definitely need to train harder. At the end of the day, it is actually, that's it. You need to either lose a bit of body fat, or you just need to gain a bit more muscle by training harder, but not by eating a lot more calories, because at the end of the day, you will just be bulking. And when you bulk, you are just putting on a lot of unnecessary fat. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. The first thing that you really need to do in order for you to transform yourself is that starting tomorrow, after you watch this video, tomorrow morning when you go to pee, after you go to pee, do weigh yourself. Track your median weight. So basically, what exactly is median weight? Median weight is that out of the 7 days week, you take out the 3 heaviest weigh-in and the 3 lightest weigh-in. You take the middle one, which is one of the weigh-in that is actually in the middle. So basically, if you weigh yourself for 7 days, you have 3 heaviest day and you have 3 lighter days. So you just take the one weight that is actually in the middle, that is actually not heavy and not light. So you take that one day, and that would be your most accurate weigh-in. This is because we have this thing called weight fluctuation. And because on some days you might drink a bit more water, or maybe on some days you might eat a bit more food, especially vegetables, and this might cause you to actually retain a lot of water inside your body, or maybe you're just bloated, or maybe you haven't taken a dump in the toilet. Then obviously when you wake up in the morning, you are going to be heavier. Okay, so the second thing to do is that you need to throw away all the trigger or the junk food, or like anything that is very calorie dense or very palatable, like potato chips, cookies, or like cake, you know, they mix up with a lot of flour, a lot of sugar and salt together to make it taste really good. So it feels like so addictive that you cannot stop eating it. Okay, so if you cannot throw away all the junk food or the palatable food, or at least hide them up, because maybe you have family members in your house, and sometimes they might want to eat it, but I would suggest that if you hide them and keep it out of sight, out of mind, or maybe lock them in anywhere if you're trying to lose weight. Okay, but even though if you're trying to live healthy, there really is no any kind of reason on why you should still be eating cookies and all the junk, because they are just because in a very small amount you can overeat on them, like I mean in terms of calories, and then in terms of like the packaging, anything that you open up in a package and you can just eat it like that, it's very calorie dense. And one more thing to this, all this calorie dense foods, something like nuts, or maybe like you know, like almond, or like cashews, yeah, something like that. And okay, so after you throw away all the trigger food or all the junk food, you start finding substitutes for your food. Maybe like if you're more, if you like to eat a lot of like a chili sauce, and then you try to find maybe a sugar-free chili sauce, but unfortunately we don't have that. We only have like a sriracha sauce. You can find all this at like Jaya Grocer, all this supermarkets that import all this like how to say, all these imported products from the supermarket that sells imported products. Okay, and so basically and then you can also try and find low calorie dressings or maybe some artificial sweeteners to substitute for the foods that you're eating. So artificial sweeteners, you can actually substitute them out with sugar. So basically, because of sugar, it contains a lot of calories, and then you use artificial sweetener, and you can actually still feel like you're eating the sweet stuff, but without any kind of added calories. Okay, so number 4 right here, so you can go through my recipe. I have made a lot of recipe and I posted them on YouTube, and I created a playlist, and then you can just scroll through the playlist and look at all the recipes that I make, and then you just try to learn it during this quarantine. I know that most of you are just staying at home and not going anywhere. Me too. I'm in the same situation right now, and I'm just sitting right here in my laptop editing videos, and then maybe go to the park a bit and just start picking up girls, and yeah. Okay, so next. Okay, so basically, if you're cooking all the healthy recipes, right, try to at least create a recipe that mimics at least 70. It needs to taste 70% as the real thing that you're eating. So basically, if you're like eating a donut, you can try to make a protein donut. Okay, and then if you're trying to I would say like eat a pasta, so I recently posted a video on like a healthier version, a high protein pasta, I would say, and it's and then with the vegetarian burger. And then you can, and if you like to eat burger, you can also find healthy burger in Malaysia right now. I was actually surprised. I found this out, I think it was kind of like 2 to 3 months ago, and then it tastes really good. You can actually find it from Jaya Grocer. Okay, it's called Victoria Crest Burger, and tastes really amazing. Trust me. Okay, you can just try it. And a pizza as well. I have it. I have everything. I have every recipe on my YouTube channel. You can just look for them on it. Okay, so you wouldn't stick to, again, boring ass chicken, broccoli, and rice, which a lot of fitness people, they can't even stick to this kind of diet. It's just too bland, too boring. I can't even stick to it too. I have a really high amount of discipline, but I can't even do that as well, especially willpower, and I can't even do that as well. So basically, I wouldn't expect that you guys can do it as well. So chicken, broccoli, and rice, it's a no-no. As long as you like the diet, because I cannot dictate what food you eat, what kind of food you eat. So as long as you like the diet, and you basically just how to say, it's like every single morning when you wake up and then you feel like, okay, I wouldn't mind eating this every single day. You know, the kind of food that you need to feel like this, so that you wouldn't hate the diet and you wouldn't actually go off track. Okay, so next thing is okay. So out of all the recipes that I've uploaded on my YouTube channel, you just pick five of them to eat every single day. So basically, this is what I do. I eat French toast in the morning, and then some popcorn in the afternoon. Like it's not like some popcorn. I actually just finished my popcorn. So basically, I use this kind of bowl and then I fill it up with microwavable popcorn, and I pour a lot of artificial sweetener on the popcorn and then just eat it like that. And it makes me feel really full and with a lot of fiber in it. So I go to the toilet. I would say I poop around like 2 to 3 times a day right now. And also I have recipes like ice cream. So it makes the whole diet more satiating and it's more enjoyable. Okay, so basically for the diet portion, as long as you keep your diet as healthy as possible and as less calories as possible, the more weight you're going to lose. And so you just need to avoid all the high calorie dense food and just look forward to more of the low calorie dense stuff, but they taste amazing. And that's it. And that's like the secret for you to transform yourself to actually achieve a low body fat to actually maintain and keep a low body fat percentage year round. Okay, so the next thing is that eat when you're hungry, or you can eat when more frequently. I eat 5 times a day, 5 meals a day. So basically, it's like breakfast, lunch, snack, and then a dinner, and then a pre-bed meal. So before bed, I need to eat a protein meal as well. So you can do the same as well, and then wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, because it will actually stabilize your blood sugar level. Because every single morning when you wake up, your blood sugar level is actually starting to drop. It's starting to go down, go down, go down, and then when you eat something, it will actually rise back up, and then you balance it, and then they will just fluctuate throughout the day, something like that. So whenever you wake up, when it starts going down your blood sugar level, try to eat something that is full of protein, or maybe foods that doesn't contain a very high GI. Then your blood sugar level wouldn't spike up too high or too fast. And then if it's too high and too fast, right, you'll actually start crashing, and then you just feel hungrier faster. Okay, so make sure that whenever you wake up, you eat something that is healthier and lower in calorie, lower in sugar as well, lower in the glycemic index value, and then just stabilize the blood sugar level. If you eat something that contains like very, very high glycemic index value, like white bread, it's just going to make your blood sugar level crash, and then it's gonna spike it up, and then after that, you feel hungry like faster, and then you just feel your appetite, the need for you to eat more is just a lot, I would say. And then so it's not that healthy, and it's actually going to cause you to gain weight as well. So basically, eat when you're hungry, and especially you have to eat when you're hungry, when you wake up, or maybe throughout the day when you're hungry, you feel like you want to eat something, you can grab something to eat, like a fruit, like an apple or something, because if you don't eat when you're hungry and then you just starve yourself, you're going to be developing anorexic behavior. And this is what I've done back in the days when I was competing. And I actually did develop some sort, but not a lot, but a little bit of that eating disorder kind of behavior, especially anorexia. So basically, if you do really care about your health, eat when you're hungry. Even though you have no time, prepare food at the pantry. And I think that it's very reasonable for you to prepare food and for you to have fruit in the pantry right now in the kitchen. You can just start practicing these kind of habits, putting healthy food in the pantry and the kitchen, and then when you're hungry, you can just grab one of those fruits and eat. And then when you have class, you can just sit down in your room and then have your laptop at the table and then just eat the fruit like that. And so you wouldn't develop any kind of eating disorder, and you can just stay fuller and don't feel hungry, and then stay healthier as well. Okay, and then so the next point is that depending on your size, generally eat between I would say for guys, eat between around like 2,000 2000, because if you're working out maybe 2100 depending on your size, really, or around maybe to up to like 2500 generally, I would say, because the average Malaysian eats around like 3000 calories a day. And in order to lose weight, and you don't want to look like the average Malaysian, just make sure that you're not eating too much. But of course, it varies to different people as well. But if you're still feeling like very hungry, you can add more calories. But the thing is, if you do feel hungry and you're not losing weight and you're still very fat when you look at the mirror, you don't see abs, and you just basically you're just like not lean at all, and you don't feel healthy, or you don't feel happy with whatever you're looking at the mirror, or maybe I would say no. Okay, so basically, if you're still like still seeing that your body fat is very high, then basically you just need to make sure that most of your calories are coming from vegetables and fruits, or maybe even popcorn and the ice cream that is actually in one of my YouTube videos. So you just eat those, and you just making sure that you fill your stomach up right to the brim with all this low calorie dense food, and then to just keep the calorie deficit, and I mean the slight calorie deficit, and then you can actually start losing weight. Okay, and cardio, I will talk about this first. So basically, do 150 minutes of moderate intensity steady state cardio every single week, starting from now, because this is actually recommended by the American Heart Association. They will say that if you want to keep your heart healthy, you have to do 150 minutes of a moderate exercise every single week. So I would say start jogging, maybe cycling. Cycling is the best if you do have a bicycle in your house, and jogging, I would say it's the worst, like a running, jogging, because of the impact it has on your knees. So I wouldn't recommend jogging. But if you do not have a bike and you do not have an elliptical at home like me, you can jog a little bit, but not too fast, and making sure that the impact is not too high. So something like maybe you can just skip around like that, and it works as well. But it is actually best if you can actually buy a bicycle, or maybe if you live near a hill, then you can just go hike up the hill and take some fresh air. And if there are actually no police around your area, I do think that you can actually hike up to one of the hills to just burn some calories. And basically, just no excuse, you have to do cardio, because all this body weight training stuff, all this strength training, lifting weights, it doesn't burn a lot of calories. Okay, so if you're trying to stay lean year round, it is actually way better for you to do cardio, and also to keep your heart healthy. You have to do it, so it increases your fitness level, and after your fitness level is increased, the amount of weight that you can lift is more too. You can actually lift harder, and you can train harder in the gym as well. You wouldn't feel out of breath, because imagine this, if Mr. Couch Potato and Mr. Fitness, like the person who does a lot of marathons or a lot of triathlons, you come and find me, hire me at the same time. Which one do you think is going to actually achieve more results at the end of the day, right? So basically, start practicing cardio. It's gonna help you a lot. Okay, so moving on to the training part. Okay, so you can actually do bodyweight workouts at home. Start with the hardest exercises first, such as like dips, okay, chair dips, or maybe like pull-ups. Okay, so those are like kind of like the harder exercises, and you can actually do them and start with those, and then move. And if you're a bit more advanced, then you can move on to like push-ups, or maybe something like inverted rows. So those are like the easier exercises, and of course, because different people have a different kind of like a genetic, or like a bone structure, or maybe like a different fitness level. So basically, the training program would be different as well, and so I wouldn't be giving out any kind of a strength training program. And if you do want a strength training program, just comment down below, okay? And I will tailor-made one for you. Comment down below, or you can message me or something, and I'll just help you as much as I can. If you do want it, you can just contact me, okay? Because I'm just trying to help people who are interested. I wouldn't just I'll paste the link down there and then tell you to here's my free program, and then everyone do it, and then it's not even tailor-made for you, and you don't, because I don't even know if you can do a push-up or not, if you can do a pull-up or not, then I'll tell you to do a push-up and pull-up. That wouldn't make a lot of sense, right? Okay, so bodyweight workouts, and then the program needs to be structured as well. Okay, and so that sums up the whole video, and I do hope that you guys learned something. During this MCO, it's very hard, but I just hope that you don't give up. And I know that maybe the thumbnail is a bit something like catch you, or to like something to pull your attention, but this is what I need to do in order to grow my YouTube channel. If like the thumbnail is just too I just want to say that you wouldn't actually look like me, even though after you've been training for a few weeks, because I've been training for years, since I was like 15 years old. So basically, if you do want me to help you, just comment down below and I can help you as much as possible. And after that, remember to like the video, comment anything you want to ask, just comment down below, and then share the video. Thank you. Please help me, alright? And what else? Subscribe. And then for online coaching, again, online coaching, even though it's MCO right now, ivanleongfitness@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.